Welcome to Falcon Excel Academy. I am Keval Vijay and today I am going to teach you lecture number 25 of SXL 2021. Today we will talk about pharma. From today we are going to start the pharma lectures, in which I will first teach you 10 formulas that are basic and are the big formulas. So before starting the lecture, as always, I would like to say that if you are able to learn something new from this video, if you are able to gain some new knowledge, then please make sure to like and share this video, because your one like can help this video reach as many people as possible. So let's start today's lecture. Today we will talk about formulas. The first function we have here is the sum function. In Excel, before applying any formula, you must always use the equal sign, equals, or the equivalent sign. Without this, no function will work. After that, you need to know which function you want to use here. For example, there is sum, minimum, maximum, count, count blank, so you need to know which function you are going to use. Then, after that, you should know the cell address, that is, from which cell to which cell you want to apply the function. So let's start from here. For example, I clicked here, and after that, the column I have here is column A. We have column A, and this is cell A1. So if you want to find its address, you can see here in the name box as well, it shows A1. If I click here, and after clicking, I select column G, it shows G7 here. G7 means column G, and 7 is the row number. So here, if we type any value, for example, I type 500 and 200 and then 300, and then here I type 500, 200, 100 and 200. After that, I type 10 values here first. Now, I want to sum all of these. The function written here is equals sum A1 shift colon 10. That means if I had values written from 1 to 10, I would apply this function. But right now, the values I have are written in a column, meaning from 1 to E10, we want to sum everything up to E10. So what do we need to do for this? First of all, you will write this equals to sign. Before applying any formula, you must use the equals sign. After that, you will write sum here, and after typing sum, you need to start the bracket by pressing shift along with the number key where the bracket is located. Then you will look at the cell address to see which cell you want to sum from. For example, if you want to sum from the first cell, you can either click on the first cell or type E1, and that cell will be addressed here. After that, you need to type shift colon. As soon as you type shift colon, you will see double dots appear. Then you need to click on the cell up to which you want to sum, for example, E10. So you see your values are being summed from E1 to E10. That means you have to target the starting cell and the ending cell. After that, you will close the bracket, and as soon as you press enter, the sum will appear, which in this case is 2500. In this way, you can sum the values. It's not necessary that you only have 10 values. You can sum from A1 to A1000 as well. There is no limit to the cell address here. You can also click here and delete it. After that, the second formula we are going to learn here is how to use manage. For example, if we want to manage from 4500. Here for 25, what do we need to do? The method is the same. Before applying any function, you have to write the equal sign. After that, for the cell address, here, we won't write any function because we only have two values and we want to find the difference between these two values. So first, click on the value from which you want to subtract the other value. The larger value might be written above or below, so you should first click on the larger value like 4500. After that, we type the minus sign. Wherever the value is written, you can either click on it or type its cell address and it will be highlighted. Then after that, click on the cell that contains the value you want to subtract, like 2500. As soon as I do this, the answer 2000 appears. After that, suppose we want to multiply in the same way. For that, what did I do? Here, you can write any value or type it anywhere in D, in G, wherever you want. For example, I am going to multiply by 100. With 7, what did we do for that? We typed the equal sign and then clicked on 6500, or you could type 1 here, and then from the keyboard, you enter the asterisk sign. After that, you click on 7, and then as soon as you press enter, that is, if you want to multiply A1 with E2, and as soon as you press enter, the answer will appear here. In the same way, if we want to divide, we write the equal sign, then you divide 6500 by entering the slash sign and then select what you want to divide it by. on 7, and as soon as we press enter here, we get the answer. After that, the next command we are going to learn, the next function is the minimum function, which is used to find the smallest value. Suppose you have a lot of data written here and you want to find the smallest value. For example, the values are written here and the minimum value among them is 4. So what will we do? We will type the equal sign and then specify the range from where to where you want to find the minimum value. Here, the column could be different, whether it's F, B, G, or any column where you have written your data. So you need to click on the first cell of the column where your data starts, and then while holding shift, type the column number and select up to where you want. Then click on the last cell, close the bracket, and as soon as you press enter, you will see that the minimum value here is 4. There is another way to do this. You type the equal sign, then type min, start the bracket, and then by clicking and dragging, select downwards up to where your last value is written. For example, if it is from 1 to 10, then shift, close the bracket, and press enter. The answer you get here is 4. In the same way, you can also find the maximum value. You type the equal sign, then type max, start the bracket, and then select from here to here, wherever you want to find the maximum value. Then, while holding shift, close the bracket and press enter. You will see that 6500 is the largest value here. So using this, we can also find the maximum value. After this, the first function we are going to learn is count. Count only counts numbers in the range you specify. For example, if we want to find out from E1 to 10 and values are written there, we only want to count the numbers, not the text, only the numbers. For example, see here, I deleted the first cell, so now it is an empty cell. And here I typed Falcon, and in between I typed Excel. Now, we want only those cells to be counted that contain numbers. Click here, and after clicking, type the equal sign, then write count, start the bracket, and select all the cells from here to here in which you want to count the numbers. Then, while holding shift, close the bracket and press enter. You will see that there are 7 cells that contain numbers. So look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what did Excel do? It did not count Falcon and Excel here, nor did it count the empty cell. Only the cells containing numbers were counted. After that, the next command is if you want to count blank or empty cells. Suppose you have hundreds of cells here, and you want to find out how many of these hundreds of cells are empty. What do you need to do for this? Click here, and after clicking, type equals, and then write count blank without any spaces. You wrote count blank, start the bracket, and select the range, as I did here, and then close the bracket while holding shift and press enter. So in this, you have 2 cells that are empty. In this way, you can also find out the number of empty cells here. Later, if any cell becomes empty, this formula will automatically update here below. Now, we are going to read about the today function. What does the today function do? It displays the current date, that is today's date, here. If you have applied the today function in your file and you print any data on the next day, the current date will automatically update. That means the date will keep changing every day by itself. So, for this, what did we do? We typed equals, wrote today, opened the bracket, closed the bracket, and as soon as we press enter, see, today's date appears here. After that, if we want to display the time along with the date, for that we will type M. Type equals, then write now, open the bracket, close the bracket, and press enter. See, along with today's date, the current time is also displayed. If we open this form file tomorrow, then tomorrow's date will be shown here, and the time at that moment will also be displayed here. So this was today's lesson in which I taught you about 10 basic formulas in Excel 2021. We'll meet again in the next lecture. Until then, goodbye.